So yeah, let's take a look at them together. And it's gonna be a whole week for me. It's gonna be a whole week of just work, in Copenhagen. So I travel quite a lot with work as well. But this is going to be, in Copenhagen. I'm pretty sure there will be maybe 2 days working from home. Again, the outfits that I'm gonna be showing to you, so I don't plan them, that this is the outfit I'll wear on Monday. But in general, these are the 5 outfits that I have planned for this week. Let's have a look. And I hope the light is okay. Actually, you know what? Let me just turn on another light here. I don't know how much this is giving, but hopefully a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. That's good. Alrighty. So, and I haven't really checked the weather yet, but I have a feeling it's it is a little bit warmer than it was last week, or it's going to be a little bit warmer than last week. I think sort of similar as to what we experienced in Antwerp, which was, a decent spring weather. Yeah. So what I want to wear is these sort of pre-loved joggers. So wool joggers, but it's this kind of wool. I think they call it tropical wool. I think you can also call it cool wool. So they are rather thin. That is why I don't wear them during winter, unless I have, some tights underneath. So I thought about wearing these, and then on top have the more classical element. And I have just taken this vest out of the storage, which is, in my case, is just a closet in my home office / guest room, where we have a smaller closet than the one that we have here in the bedroom. So I have just taken this, also pre-loved. Actually, the whole outfit will be pre-loved. This pre-loved vest that I want to pair with this polo long sleeve top. And if you have just read my article about, what was the title? I have to think about it. Am I ready for spring? So this is basically where I go through my Pinterest board for spring, and I go also through my closet to see, how what I'm being attracted to is actually reflected in my own closet. Do I find those elements in my own closet? And the good thing is that I do. But what I also talk about is how. So as many of us here probably, I also use the 3 adjectives approach, and I also use, because it's just so easy and easy to remember and follow, the TB adjectives, so chill, modern, and classic. But it's about how the adjectives are actually distributed in an outfit. And for me, the modernity and the chill element has to be at the bottom for whatever reason. I don't know. I just don't feel so. In this case, the pants, even though they are sort of tailored, but they are definitely a jogger. They are also like a utility pant with the pockets on the sides. So this is the modern element for me. And then the classic element is definitely the vest. But you can say maybe also a little bit like chill, maybe a little bit, with the fact that there are no sleeves, and maybe also a little bit the polo element, which is sort of like in between. Okay, is it classic? But maybe because the polos are still trending, maybe it's also a little bit like modern chill. So but it for me, it's not like it has to be every time, it has to be all the 3 adjectives. But for sure, there must be the classic element, which typically in my case is a blazer, and then, a modern / chill element, which, again, as I mentioned in the article, is typically the bottom. This is how I feel best. So these 3 would be the first outfit. you know what? I'll just put the things on the bed instead. Variety of one. So this will be actually a typical example of what I've just said. Another example, another typical example. I've just also taken these out. So these are my Nile Lawton balloon pens. The model is called Sean pen. In slightly thicker cotton, but super soft. I really, really love wearing them. And I hope it's not going to be too cold, to be honest, because if the weather is like just, just 10 degrees or just above 10 degrees, it can still be quite, cold to wear them. But I'll see about that. Yeah. So what do I want to wear together with the Sean pant? Well, it's been some time since I wore my white blazer from Arket. And this is actually quite a warm piece. So I always struggle wearing it during summer, high summer, because it is lined and it is wool. So it's actually quite warm, which is why, I think it's going to be good with this outfit and for this weather. And then I thought about wearing my long sleeve cotton t-shirt in navy from Philippa K, a Swedish brand. So yeah, mostly we'll be seeing like Scandinavian brands in my closet, especially if I buy something locally, at one of the consignment stores in Copenhagen. Then I would say it's typically Scandinavian brands. And then, of course, I also have quite a lot TB that I bought secondhand, so, American brand. And then, these two pants from Nile Lawton. Yeah, I mean, I also have other brands, but this is just to sort of, give you an idea that if I mention Arket or Philippa K or Malene Biwa, like the polo top, these are some of the Scandinavian brands that are, known around the world. So this is the outfit. And about the shoes, I really will think about it, when actually putting the clothes on, and depending on the weather. Probably still boots. Yeah, I really liked wearing my silver boots with the Sean pants, so I could do that again. And it's not going to be. I think it's going to be fine, even though I'm wearing a white blazer, which can be a little bit like so there's the white blazer and then there's the silver shoes. If we are following TB's style advice, so a little bit like jumping. Where should the eye rest? What should the eye focus on? If not the silver boots, then maybe my brown suede boots, just sort of like a wrong shoe. And the other outfit, no idea right now. Could actually be my black boot, just to sort of prolong, the blackness of the pants. So this is the second outfit. Yes. So the third one. Well, I have written about this piece, I think, a couple of times already. So this is what I would call a mistake, and yet, I think more now it's a question mark for me. So this is a piece that I bought from TB recently. So that must have been like winter sale. And first of all, I almost never buy, when things are on sale. Well, not because I have so much money, but because I don't really have time and it's too overwhelming for me to shop sale, so I don't do that. But this particular time, I was about to meet a colleague from the US, and she was willing, to bring something with her in her big suitcase. And I was like, okay, well, now I have a chance, because also I never shop TB if it has to be, shipped to like from the US to Denmark. First of all, the shipping is expensive, but also I pay quite high taxes and customs. So it really doesn't pay off, to do that. But if I can do it in this way, well, I can sort of take the risk, and definitely I did. Yes, I have used this piece a lot as a third piece, mainly as like over the shoulders to add some color and structure and interest, and also as a scarf. But I would really like to challenge myself to use it as the actual sweater. And this is the cutout sweater, cropped sweater. Thankfully, it's not, cropped. Too cropped, so it's not revealing anything. And what I think about is to pair it with a black tank top, so that something will actually be like sticking out from underneath the sweater. And then I thought about wearing the Stella pants, so also TB. But the way I wear TB Stella pants is. So this model is typically, the TB stylist would typically advise you to wear this model low on the hips. This is not how I like them. Mainly because they are just so long, and if I'm not to do any adjustments, then it's much better to wear it a little bit like high waist. But I think it's actually at my actual waist. So. So because I wear them that high, I think actually that this will work. And I think actually this can create a really nice color combination. So the pants are grayish from a distance, which goes really well with the blue, I think. But it's up close, it's actually a check material, and the blue is also like I don't know whether you call it like a melange, but it has like yellow, some red, some darker blue elements. So it's really fun to look at, I think, and it has nice texture. And definitely, once I have checked the weather forecast, I will wear this outfit on the coldest day, I think, because the sweater is actually. It doesn't have the best composition, to be honest. It's it's only 31% wool, and I don't even want to mention the other materials, but it's like acrylic, polyamide, and viscose. So it's really not the best, and typically not the one that gives you warmth, but this one actually does. So that's a plus. Yeah. So wish me luck on actually enjoying the styling, because on paper, so on the hangers in this case, I do like the styling a lot. And if I can start wearing the sweater as an actual sweater, that would be great. But you will find this sweater on my Vinted account and Vestiaire Collective account, because I am trying to sell it, but before I do, before somebody actually buys it, I will be wearing it. So that's the plan, at least. Alrighty, so that was outfit number 3. Next one. Oh yeah. So before I wash my vintage Driva Norton eggshell, let's call it eggshell denim pants, and they will be. They should be also ironed just before I wear them. But I can also see that they have a little bit of like small spots at the bottom, but nothing you can really see. Just nothing major, so I can still wear them before I wash them. And another thing that I have just taken out of storage is another vest blazer. This beauty from in black, also from TB, that I also found pre-loved. So I'm really happy about this piece. So this is the Liam blazer vest. I have actually another Leon blazer in the check color of the pants that I've just shown you. So I have actually a matching blazer that I also found pre-loved with these pants. So I knew my size. I knew, how the Liam fits me, and that is why, I knew that, okay, if I take the same size in the vest, I'm gonna be good. But I haven't, or have I? Have I actually worn it already? I think I had a date with my husband, and where I wore it, but not like for work. It was an evening occasion. And what I thought about pairing it with is actually another piece from TB, this sheer black top, which should create some interest. I hope it's not going to be too cold. If it's actually too cold, I'll just wear a long sleeve t-shirt. So, hello, Robin. So these two, and then the pants. I'm not sure whether this is not creating like too much of a contrast. I mean, I love contrast, and especially black and white. So my wardrobe once was primarily black and white with some gray. Yeah, so I still enjoy this combination. But I would say with TB ish colors, what is it, ring 3 colors, I have definitely discovered the joy of wearing color, the joy of wearing weird colors and weird colors together. And now I actually I pause when I see such a big contrast, which I think is good. I mean, I think it's great that I have developed myself in that way. I don't know whether you have also been through similar phases, but I also know that this is a safe space, right? Pairing these pieces together. But it's definitely first time that I'm going to be wearing these exact pieces together. So let's see. I will report back when the week is over. So we have outfit number 4. And the last one. So a piece that I also found in the storage. Well, not found, because I see the pieces almost daily when I open the closet, because it's the same closet where we have like ironing board and a couple of other things. So we use it daily, and I have like 3 drawers with things that are out of season, and then a couple of things hanging hanging on the rack in the closet. So I mean, and sometimes, okay, do you want to know a secret? I sometimes like revisit the storage just to like say hello, say hello to the things that are there that are not in season. So it will still be I don't know, months maybe, especially if it's the beginning of a given season. So then it's going to be months before the season changes, and I just love revisiting my clothes there. I know, I'm a nerd. But so the pants that I took out of storage are these slouchy light blue jeans from Seven for All Mankind. I really like them, especially for like higher summer, I would say. So maybe it's actually still too early. I will see about that. And then I thought about, so these 2 pieces are actually part of my autumn winter capsule. It's a piece that I actually typically use for business occasions, but I really wanted to force myself, to style this silk shirt for just an everyday work occasion. And I will be pairing it with this wool cashmere flannel, like very like soft and warm and elastic, but fitted blazer from Max Mara in navy. and yeah, pinstripe pattern. And I really like how the navy goes well with the brown. Yes, I will iron the shirt, I promise. And then the pants really, I mean, maybe it's going to be a little bit like too much of a contrast, but maybe not actually. I mean, when I look at it in the camera, it's actually really good. So again, you see the modern chill, in this case, I think it's more chill element, has to be at the bottom for me. This is how I feel best. And then the structured, classic element is at the top, mainly, through the blazer. Yeah. So these are the 5 outfits. I'm good to go. I will check the weather again to know exactly what to wear which day. Yeah, but thanks so much for joining, guys. And well, I'll post this I don't know, later today, because I still have to like unpack and actually make some dinner. It's 6:30 here in Copenhagen. Yeah, but you'll find this later on my profile. So thanks so much. Have a lovely evening. All the best. Bye bye.